Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this big Sydney derby between Sydney United 58 Football Club and Sydney Olympic. For Sydney Olympic this afternoon, starting in goal, number 1, Noah James. Number 4, George Timotheou. Number 5, Zygmunt Gordon. 6, Jack Simmons. 8, Sam McKillerton. 11, Adam Parkhouse. 12, Zach Zordicic. 14, Michael Bacchus. 15, William Much. 17, Abraham Mayok. And number 99, Roy O'Donovan. On the bench this afternoon for Olympic are number 9, Oliver Puftet. Number 10, Darcy Burgess. 18, Teng Quol. 19, Gianni DePizio. 20, Christopher Parsons. And number 23, Jackson Bandiera. Sydney Olympic are, of course, coached by Labanot Haliti. For Sydney United this afternoon, in goal, number 1, Oliver Kullatz. Number 4, Adrian and captain Vlas Delica. Number 5, Anthony Tomilich. 6, Adam Zervis. 7, Jordan Ivancic. 8, Shunta Nakamura. 9, Patrick Antelmi. 10, Carlos de Oliveira. 13, Alessandro Lacalandra. 14, Liam McGing. And 15, Tariq Maya. On the bench for United this afternoon are number 3, Christian Gonzalez. 12, Marko Arambasic. 17, Matthew Nikolovsky. 29, Joshua Attard. 35, Jai Kingham. And 40, Malik Kamistine. Good luck to both teams this afternoon, but especially the home team, of course. Come on, Sydney United!
Welcome to Sydney United Sports Centre for round 18 action of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. It's Sydney United 58 hosting Sydney Olympic FC. It's one of the oldest, most historic rivalries that this competition has up to offer. And we have an absolutely beautiful day for this contest, which should deliver up to the billing. Both sides been in a bit of rough form of late, but Sydney Olympic got the goods last time these two sides played. That was earlier in the season, 6-0 thrashing, and that'll be front of mind for Zelko Kalach's side. Thank you for joining us on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. Hope you've had a great long weekend so far, and if you're just sitting down and locking into the action, we've got 90 minutes of just pure football between two of the best sides that this competition has on offer right now. Let's get to the lineups to start with the visitors. Obviously on the trot, 3 losses in a row. So Labanot Haliti has gone with this lineup in goals. Number 1, Noah James. Backline pairing, number 4, George Timotheou, and number 5, Ziggy Gordon. Number 6, Jack Simmons. Number 8, Sam Mickelhaddon. Number 11, Adam Parkhouse. Number 12, Zach Sorosic. Number 14, Michael Bacchus on the wing. Will Much, number 15. Number 17, Abraham Majok. And number 99, talisman up top, Roy O'Donovan. One of the best goal scorers we've got going, and another great battle with another great goal scorer, Patrick Antelmi, who leads the line for Sydney United. But the bench for Sydney Olympic, the star-studded bench, and plenty of options for Labanot Haliti to utilise if the game's not going to plan later in the second half, you'd assume. The bench is as follows: number 9, Oliver Pufflet. Number 10, Darcy Burgess. Number 18, Teng Quol. Number 19, Gianni DePizio. Number 20, Chris Parsons. And number 23, Jackson Bandiera rounds out the bench as Sydney United's first attacking opportunity of the game is ruled out by the linesman. Offside there for Shunta Nakamura. Made a home for himself out there on the left, but his timing's run a little bit too late. Host of changes for Sydney United after bowing out the Australia Cup midweek to the North West Sydney Spirit. Zelko Kalach has tested his squad's depths in the mid-stages of this season. It tends to happen to a lot of clubs here at Zervis. Making a darting run down the right. Not able to get past Zorosic, and out for a goal kick. Great defence there from Zach Zorosic. Left back for Sydney Olympic there, but get you the Sydney United 58 lineup if you didn't hear it over the rather loud speakers here at Sydney United Sports Centre in Denver Park, Sydney Southwest. Macalandra, intercept, Chansey, lays it off, Antelmi's touch a little bit too heavy, and Noah James has gotten out of that one. Antelmi in absolute shock, and he's stunned in himself. He couldn't believe that opportunity went to waste. Lackalandra did really well to get there. Could have had it himself, but selflessly smarter option, possibly giving it to Antelmi, and maybe he wasn't expecting it, a little bit flat-footed possibly, and Sydney United, first chance of the game goes their way. McGinn clears it only as far as Gordon, and Jock had a chance to get to it, but he's offside, and Zervis will look to clear it and hopefully reset something for his side. Second, we get a chance to do the lineups. We'll get one here. So Oliver Kalach in goals as always for Sydney United. The captain, number 4, Adrian Vlastelica. In front of him, number 5, Anthony Tomolich. Number 6, Adam Zervis. Number 7, Jordan Ivancic. Number 8, Shunta Nakamura. Number 9, Patrick Antelmi. Number 10, Carlos de Oliveira. Number 13, Alessandra Lackalandra. Number 14, the other centre-back, Liam McGinn. And Tariq Maya, number 15, rounds out the starters. Somewhat aesthetically pleasing number formation there. Joker Kalach's side. Starting off the bench, number 3, number change for Christian Gonzalez. Number 12, Marco Adam Basic. Number 7, Matthew Nikolovsky. Number 29, Joshua Adard. Number 13, Jai Kingham. And number 14, Malik Chems Sedini. Bit of a tongue twister there, but hopefully the young kid can get some time off the bench as Calandra gives up possession there. So actually missing some big names. And some of the stars of the team this year, Bailey Rule, Matthew Hatch, Stephen De Robillard, Dayan Baker Danakoski, Aiden Milicevic. One of 5 players out for this clash, and obviously rain affected last couple of weeks. Australia Cup, no longer a worry for Sydney United, but they are really down on numbers at the moment. And Joker Kalach, taking over in pre-season, did put a bit of emphasis on rejuvenating the squad a little bit and cleared out some of the older, more experienced players in favour of some youth. And that strategy is really going to be put to the test for the next couple of weeks if can't get any of those numbers back. But just past the 5-minute mark here, it's been a pretty even game, and Sydney United obviously with the better of the chances so far. Noah James has had plenty of work to do, not necessarily saving the ball, but the goal kicks, ball's coming near his area that he's had to position himself for. Dayu now out from the back for United, finding Zorosic, and his touch couldn't keep a hold of it. And I was noticing in the warm-ups that this surface is actually kind of holding up. The balls aren't skimming across as they tend to do on synthetic turf. It's been a great sunny day here in southwest Sydney, and pitch pretty dry. The ball's holding up, and Zorosic is getting his footing in the game, messes up there, and Sydney United look to capitalise here. Lundgren chests it down to Antelmi, does well to keep it in, Patrick Antelmi. Antelmi can't get past Jock and pop up possession there. Parkhouse very deep, and Zervis stunts it for now. He was being covered by his centre-back Liam McGinn there, Adam Zervis. He's replacing Bailey Rule on the right. He's got plenty on his plate today with Roy O'Donovan and Adam Parkhouse. Jock and Michael Bacchus, almost a front 4, if you will, when they attack. Jock and O'Donovan centrally, and Parkhouse and Bacchus love pushing forward. Plenty of work to do for Sam Mickelhaddon and Jack Simmons in the middle of the park. All over the top. Zorosic headers it back. It wasn't very convincing, but Noah James first to it, and Sydney United have been favouring this right side so far in the early stages of the game. Young, fresh legs of Alessandro Lackalandra, typically a super sub for Joker Kalach. Made his mark with a late winner here at this ground last year. Goal kick for Sydney United. Just a chance to reset for the hosts. It's been a pretty frantic start. Don't get out of breath too early. Only 7 minutes scored here. That has absolutely flown by. At that in the early stages, diffusing those long chances over his head. The Jock, and Zervis appeals for it. Going to be an Olympic throw. space for Will Much to go if he wants. He's only got to get past Nakamura. Hadden, first time cross. Jocks there at the back stick, but one bounce too many, and another goal kick. Almost hit 10 already in the opening stages of this game, and that's a compliment to the attacks or defenses of either side. You make your mind up about that one. Also got another game, blockbuster clash between Rockdale Linden and the Western Sydney Wanderers kicking off simultaneously with us here. That game being played at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre. Keep you posted across that top of the table clash, if you will. See a game or two behind the Western Sydney Wanderers, but they're up 1-0 at the moment. Big implications for the top of the ladder, as this will have bigger implications for both sides' finals chance in Sydney United, currently in 6th. Well within reach and distance of eluded top 5, but Sydney Olympic, after 3 straight losses, they're going to have to start pouring points if they're going to make a finals run. Probably not in a relegation scrap by any means, but just don't want to get to the end of the season and leaving points behind, sitting out, watching from home as the final series goes on. Much first time across, O'Donovan was there, but Vlastelica diffuses it for the time being. Simmons playing it safe back to Much. Style that Sydney Olympic like to play. If it's not on, they're going to go back to their centre backs. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of games of experience between the two at all types of levels. Foul the way of Sydney Olympic now. George Timotheu, still young in footballing terms. Plenty of football left to play, and he's had a storied career up until this stage. Played just about everywhere. Played in Germany, former Sydney FC Academy product. Now applying his trade for Sydney Olympic, and he's had some very, very much needed experience to that back line. Backus trying to go through, his touch is too heavy, and it's going to be another goal kick for Sydney United. So it's been a pretty strange round of results across the league. Started off on Friday night. Manly United taking down RPL Leichhardt, and then you had Sydney FC taking down the St George Saints 2-1, and then to add misery to the top half of the table, Sutherland Sharks in a 2-0 win over Blacktown City. His header's only as far as O'Donovan, and juggling with his knees there. The veteran striker, the ball's in, but McGinn uses the problem that his header somewhat ignited. It's going to be an easy foul there. Kurt Ames in the middle of the park. Assistants today, Lance Greenshields, Cameron Wright, and Luke Chapman, our 4th official. So in the other results, Wolves getting a 2-0 win over the Central Coast Mariners last night. It's the Wollongong Wolves beat St George City 2-0. 2 games today. This one, and then Rockdale currently down 1-0 to the Western Sydney Wanderers. Back here, Carlos de Oliveira. Away, and they'll have to reset here through Jordan Ivancic. Apologies for the mispronunciation there. So Western Sydney Wanderers are currently take back top spot, and Sydney United 9 points off as things stand. This is offside there on Patrick Anselmi. An interesting season for Sydney United. Obviously plenty of changes in the off-season, as we mentioned at the start of the broadcast. It's just been a bit of a roller coaster ride so far, sitting in 6th. It all kind of started at that 6-0 loss at the start of the season to Sydney Olympic, as our first corner of the game goes the way of Sydney Olympic. Hadden. Set piece routine here, it looks like. Vertical run from the penalty spot for Sydney Olympic. They fooled everyone, they fooled me. Short to O'Donovan. Now slow driven cross, and it's Tarek Meyer had to get down low to head that one away, but it's only back as far as Parkhouse. Driven cross, and De Oliveira does really well to stop that one from going in, and it's a second consecutive corner for the visitors. Nickel-Haddon whip up here. Great ball in, and at the front stick was Patrick Antelmi first to it, and Shunta Nakamura clears it. Lakalandra is onto this one. George Timotheou, great work to dispose of that one, and Sam Nickel-Haddon will reset it now for Sydney Olympic. Surprised that Timotheou didn't get up for that one. He's got one from a corner this season already when they defeated Sydney FC 3-1 a couple of weeks ago at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre. Roy O'Donovan amongst the scorers that day, and that was a much-needed win for them. There's been much joy since then. 3 losses on the trot. Down to St George City, 1-0 last week, and then a 3-1 loss in the Cup to the North West Sydney Spirit. Funnily enough, both these sides having their Australia Cup campaigns ended at the hands of the Spirit. Selmy tried to flick it onto Meyer, who was in a bit of unfamiliar territory there, making a forward run, almost a number 9 aerial run, if you will. But O'Donovan is going to conjure up a secondary counter-attack for Sydney Olympic. His ball to Parkhouse is too much, and McGinn shields that one away. After that 3-1 loss to the Spirit midweek in the Cup a fortnight ago, 2-1 loss to Hills United, which stunned a lot of people. And then that 3-1 win, as we mentioned, to Sydney FC, and then a tight one, a 3-2 loss to the Western Sydney Wanderers with that stunning free kick at the death. And I don't know if that's played into it too much, but just one win of the last 5. Getting around the jock really well and manages to get possession back, and a quick throw to Antelmi. Timotheou stops him for the time being. Poor back pass, Antelmi looking to punish him, but he won't be able to. Sorosic cleaning up the scraps there, and not wasting any time is Adrian Vlastelica, the captain. In. Had to dig deep into his bag of skills there to get past Majok. Coughing up possession again there. Nickel-Haddon, fair challenge on Nakamura, says Kurt Ames in the middle. Possession coughed up just as quickly. And again, likely going to let this one run out for another goal kick. Fans of the goal kicks have been loving this today. Just hasn't been much happening, and right as you say that, Sydney United, Oliver Kallat's very aware that it's nothing personal on him. He's just, his goal kicks aren't finding the right spots, and plays it short. Long ball over the top. Lakalandra's onto this one. Lays it off. Patrick Antelmi! Great deflection, only as far as Nakamura! First real strike of the game. Patrick Antelmi and Shunta Nakamura showing what they can do close to goal. If not for Ziggy Gordon, Patrick Antelmi probably would have had the opening goal of the game there. And that fell perfectly to Nakamura at the edge of the box, who was unmarked. Just sent it wide at the back stick, and a wake-up call there. It's the header from George Timotheou. Might have been a bit of miscommunication with his keeper. Thought he was coming out to that one. Headed it a little bit softly, and Lakalandra's got pace to burn. Got to it first. Did really, really well to turn his body and get back to Antelmi. After having a good little stint there, Sydney Olympic. 3 or 4 minutes of dominance, camping Sydney United in their own 18-yard area. United showing them what they're capable of in attack. Had a pretty lethal attack this year. 32 goals in their 17 games they played this year. And the 8 goal scorers, though, a lot of that coming through De Oliveira and Antelmi. And ball at the back stick. Zervis's header fell straight to Zoricic, and he had a really good go at it. Hitting the wrong side of the netting. Kalach not happy with what he's seen there. his side defensively anyway. You can tell me leading the Sydney United 58 line this season with 8 goals as he has the last handful of seasons. Calandra does really well to keep that in and flicks it in, but he was a couple metres on the other side of the line there. A bit of natural instinct there from Alessandro Calandra. Head out and an extra 10 or 15 metres of possession gain there for Sydney Olympic. Patrick can tell me 8 goals this season. He's 6th best in the league. He's followed by number 10, Carlos de Oliveira, the former Town City Academy product. Stephen de Robillard and Adam Milicevic also amongst the top scorers for the side, missing today. The action, Parkhouse to the jock, and had the right idea, but de Oliveira putting in a bit of defensive work pays off well and try to find the feet of Calandra, found the heels. It's going to go right back to Sydney Olympic. Look at their goal scoring records this season. Roy O'Donovan, 4th best in the league with 10 goals from his 2024 campaign. Michael Bacchus has put in 4. There's 10 Qual. 5, sorry, both with 5, and then skittles off. Parkhouse got a double, and the Jock's got 2 as well. Just about everything they do going forward is through Rory O'Donovan, so you can understand why he's got so many, and he's so good in those positions. Showed it throughout his career in the A-League, and hasn't stopped here in the NPL New South Wales men's competition. Putting plenty of pressure on Adrian Vlastelica there. Doesn't work out, and neither does that header for Antelmi. Zorosic. Heavy touch from Parkhouse, but works out well in the end. Bit of miscommunication there with Sam Mickelhadden. Zervis collects that one with no pressure. Plenty of time now for Sydney United to knock the ball around a bit. Seen that in warm-up. They back 4, and then Anthony Tomilich, the designated 6 in that midfield role. Just knocking it around a bit, playing it sideways, content to knock it around a bit until they find an opening like they have here. Calandra's got room to go if he wants, and Telby's in the middle. Calandra plays it across. Tarek Meyer, can he go? Take it down, the referee waves it off. 50-50 call that one, could have gone either way, but Sydney Olympic luckily not conceding a penalty. Second time this game that Calandra's tried to play it across to Antelmi, and in the past to whoever, or Antelmi's just found himself in the wrong position, and it's fallen to the man behind. The first time it was Shunta Nakamura, now Tariq Maya. Get out of jail free card there for Sydney Olympic. Back pass, Gordon's forced to just put a boot to it. Anything will do to get it out of there, and it's worked out well. Didn't know if he meant it, but won't matter in the end. Bacchus gets past Ivancic. Through the legs of de Oliveira. What a run from Michael Bacchus. Balls to the edge of the box. It's Simmons deflected away, and Calandra's got work to do to keep it out from the corner. Does well. Just trying to launch it forward, but it only goes as far as Parkhouse, and that's a great bit of skill from Majok. Gets past 1, gets past 2, and good stop in the end there for Tomilich, and it's going to be a corner for Sydney Olympic. Looking really, really dangerous when they go down the flanks. I don't think the Sydney United players knew that was a corner. You see Calandra and Nakamura getting ready for the goal kick. Adrian Vlastelica had to scream to get his players back to mark up. Don't have to be a genius to try and figure out where this one's going to go. Parkhouse, straight to Zervis. Falls to Mickelhadden. Attempts a shot. Tries to go over the top to Bacchus. Cleared away, and Antelmi now. Going the other way for Sydney United. Maya does really well to open up the space, and open up the right flank. Tomlic under pressure, gets it away to Zervis, and now they've got room to go, Sydney United. Tomlic with a bullet pass to De Oliveira. Zervis's cross. Wrong-footed himself there, and Noah James collects that one up. Start-stop. Just had some rapid periods of counter-attacking going back and forth, either side having a couple minutes of dominance, and one of those at the moment with Sydney United all over it. Plenty of numbers forward and asking plenty of questions of the visitors' defence so far. Still looks forward and maybe thought about a long ball away and tell me, but he plays it to De Oliveira. Try to play Nakamura, but stop in the end there. Will much. Switching out to McGinn. Alandra's great football services. Floated over the top a little bit too much, and Lakalandra can't do much about that. Sigh of relief for the Sydney Olympic defence. We'll come for a little bit there. Good snapshot. The last time these sides played, we mentioned it earlier, but it was 6-0, and such an early stage of the season for it to happen. The fans just turning on the club after that one, considering the polar opposite starts to the seasons that both sides had. But Wall bagged his 2 goals of the season that day. Donovan, Pufflet, Majock and Casella amongst the scorers. 6-0 thrashing. Since then, Olympic have really struggled to find consistent form. And Sydney United have struggled to keep in line with the Sydney Olympic defence. The referee raised his flag there. That would have been the 4th offside call. First 25 minutes here. Since that 6-0 win, Sydney Olympic 5 wins, 1 draw, 7 losses. And that obviously was their first win of the season, Sydney Olympic in round 3. Across all competitions, 3 straight losses, and up to date with the social media pages of the Sydney Olympic fans. They are almost like the Sydney United fans after that 6-0 loss there. Not happy with the club at the moment in the current state that they're in, but you look at the players they possess and the depth that they have, and I think it's only a matter of time before they turn it around and string together a couple of results on the bounce. Conjure up here, it's a deflection by De Oliveira. Looked like he hit his hand, but referee doesn't think the same as I do. Long effort, what a chance and what a strike. Kalach was beaten and the post is still rattling. It was Will Much in a very advanced position. No one expected him to shoot from there, and it's the net still reverberating from that strike. Free kick for Sydney Olympic anyway. Shot across the bow from Sydney Olympic. Back and forth nature of this game just continues to throw elements of surprises up like that. Will Much yet to score this season. What a strike that would have been to open his account. Gordon with a long ball to Parkhouse. Great touch to control it, but Zervis does even better to get rid of it for the time being. Moving on, Haliti. Not happy with that. No real pressure on him until Lakalandra sees him. Nickel Haddon has a go and off the chest of Latsalista. Maya now finds Nakamura. Tell me had the run, but Gordon and Timothy had him covered for the time being, and they'll have to reset. Struggled against Sydney Olympic the last 5 or so. Look all the way back to history of this fixture. They've only won 4 of the last 14. One here in a couple of years against Sydney Olympic. Foul on Shunta Nakamura. Dangerous position. As Sydney United, we've seen a couple of weeks ago, they played Rockdale Linden here. Patrick Antelmi it was the Western Sydney Wanderers game. Patrick Antelmi showed what he could do from a set piece, close range, picked out the top corner. There was no more cobwebs living in that goals after that one. It's hovering over it for the time being, but looks like it's going to be Tarek Meyer who to whip this one in. Set piece in the works here. One to Zervis. Touch off Zoricic, and it's going to be a corner. Another game for Sydney United. Zervis gives up corner duties to Meyer. Zervis plays it short. Meyer's going to have to dispose it back to Zervis. Back stick it to Tomalic. He's going to have a go. Anthony Tomalic doesn't score many, but showing what he can do when given the chance. Anthony Tomalic. Great strike by the number 5. Not to be though. Noah James be comfortably gobbling that one up. More to Parkhouse and Zervis. He's had his hands full in the early stages of this game with Adam Parkhouse and Majok pushing across as well. It's done well so far. Haven't had much going through him. Held his own and not the biggest in stature against a quite larger Adam Parkhouse. He's done really, really well so far. Covering for Bailey Rule. On the side's best players week in, week out. Still 1-0 in the Western Sydney Wanderers Rockdale Linden clash there. And the implications for the race for first. Zoricic goes through and De Oliveira not afraid to come back and put in the dirty work to get his side chances like this. He's done it a couple of times already. He's done really, really well, as has Nakamura there to keep it in. He's looked for the switch to Antelmi because he had Lakalandra unmarked to his left. Like his risk versus reward chances there. Nakamura's taken down, doesn't go for the advantage, Kurt Ems. Fans aren't happy with that. Other results to go through. Cookville Titans getting up over Balmain 3-2, the last minute winner. So we had to miss that game to fulfill my commentary duties here, but shout out to the boys there, great win. Trapped in a corner, De Oliveira's there to bail him out. Little touch from Antelmi. De Oliveira. Might have been a shove there from Parkhouse, and the referee goes the other way. Gives the free kick to Sydney Olympic. Haven't been too fussed with pressing them off the ball coming out of their own end. Sydney United happy to sit back a little bit and let them come to their defensive line, and it's worked out pretty well so far. I mean, Olympic have only had a couple of chances. When they've really looked threatening is on the counter-attack, as have Sydney United. Nickel going at it. De Oliveira over the top. Lakalandra's got pace to burn. Lakalandra versus Zach Zoricic, and the Olympic defender wins for this time. Go the long throw option to Antelmi, but he's not seen the value. For a bit more risk there, Lakalandra. Paid off though. Flooded this right side. They've really been favouring it here in the first half, and naturally when you've got Bailey Rule and Milicevic there, it's pretty clear to see why. But Shunta Nakamura on the left. Hasn't had his impact on the game as he'd like. Good ball across the face of goal, and tell me inches away. Good ball in the end there from Jordan Ivancic. Another one of those brought in, and it's going to be a corner for Sydney United 58. Just feel when this game, when it's all said and done, and Telme's name's probably going to be on the score sheet. Usually doesn't miss those type of chances, and he's had a few already. Can't imagine him coughing up another one of those. Short one, De Oliveira, great ball, no one at the back stick though. Time froze for a second there and everyone just watched it go past, as did Noah James, who's pretty comfortable to let that one go through. Zorsic now had a great battle with Lakalandra. Hasn't had much defending to do Lakalandra, but he's putting plenty of pressure on him. Coming out of his own end as Adam Zervis does well to stop that. And that is pretty impressive. He's almost hit our cameraman up here, Mile. Had to duck for cover. I've been covering games here for nearly 3 years. I've never seen someone kick it up to the second stand up here at the top of the stand. Well done, Adam Zervis. See something new every day. Eric Myers trapped with 2 Sydney Olympic shirts around him, and he coughs up possession. Tried the short one. Majak's header was almost perfectly there for Donovan, but Tomalich wipes away the dust on his forehead after getting that one cleared. Simmons. What about playing it to Parkhouse, who's out on the right whilst Vacas switches to the left. Gordon wants to have a run. Vacas is open if he can get to it. Keeps it in, does he? No. Looked good. Really good. Chuka Kalac sending his substitutes out to warm up. Get ready for a possible introduction in the second half, you'd assume. Usually got the likes of Dejan Baker, Danakoski, Alessandro Lakalandra, Stephen De Robillard, Zervis, Jordan Ivancic. That's the usual bench, but a lot of those starting and the other 2 are out. Just quick one to Tomalich, as cool as you like. Gives De Oliveira space to go forward. Ivancic makes a great run out on the left. 3 numbers in the box if he wants to try to play Nakamura. It was only as far as Will Much. Pretty poor pass, in all honesty. He's had a good game up until then, Jordan Ivancic. Simmons assesses his options, goes early. Zervis again. Close to 10 intercepts in the early stages of the game. He's caught again there, and Tomalich first to it. Adam Zervis really proving his worth here, and Bailey Rule gets back. Be a bit of a challenge for that right back spot. Tommy chases it down to De Oliveira now with Nakamura. Meyer almost loses it, but there's no one there. Zorsic had to work hard to get back, and in position now. De Oliveira. Tommy almost loses his balance, keeps it. Pulls the jock out. The pressure here, try to play it into Nakamura, but Meyer inadvertently got in the way. Joka Kalic not happy with that. In the middle, and Adam Zervis again, first to it. Lakalandra now tries to play Myers, touches a little bit too heavy. Ziggy Gordon manages to give it out to Vacas. 10 games without a clean sheet in a row for Sydney Olympic. And they changed that here today. Parkhouse. Always going to go on who's right, wasn't he? Adam Parkhouse fires a shot into Adrian Vlastelica. And then another quarter for Sydney Olympic, 4th of the game. Everyone's back for Sydney United. So Ian, tell me, getting back, and he'll mark the front stick as he did in that opposing corner. He saved them a goal there. Parkhouse on corner duties again. Good ball in the middle. O'Donovan gets it. O'Donovan opens the scoring for Sydney Olympic. His 11th goal of the season. Oliver Kalach is protesting to Kurt Ames, saying his vision was impeded. There was a lot of players around him, and O'Donovan just grazes his forehead off the crossbar and in. And Sydney Olympic take the lead in the 39th
Goal for Sydney Olympic scored by number 99, Roy O'Donovan. Sydney Olympic 1, lead Sydney United 58 FC 0.
And finally, after a handful of attacks from either side, posts have been rattled, good saves, corners, everything, Roy O'Donovan in almost a nonchalant celebration. It's like he knew it was going to happen. As soon as that ball came in and didn't have to do much, just get his head onto it and it was in. Bit of an unfortunate one for Oliver Kalach, who showed some really, really, really strong performances this season, especially stopping the ball. Obviously what he's paid to do, but credit where credit's due. He's had some great saves so far this season. Big shoes to fill when Daniel Nizic left for the MacArthur Bulls. One of the best keepers in the competition over the last couple of years. He was the star of that Australia Cup run a couple of years ago. Nizic then let go by Bulls, so might see him back here at Adenza Park in the years to come. Lakalandra's shot, not much trouble for Noah James there, but he did well to get in the position anyway. Went left, right. This hit it went straight down the middle. Last 5 times that these two sides have played, Sydney Olympic winning all 5, and they've scored 4 times first out of those 5 times. So if you want to go back into the history books, be pointing towards the Sydney Olympic win. The way things are going, one of the last 6 been won by Sydney United, 1 draw in there, and obviously 1 win by Sydney United. And it was in 2021 here, a 3-1 win. Adrian Vlastelica, and you can tell me amongst the scorers that day, this is Chris Payne in the 3-1 win. Are you happy to let that one roll out? Zoricic backing his strength on the throw here, looking far forward to Sydney Olympic wingers up. Blame him after a throw like that. Zoricic never went in. It's Sydney United throw. It's their last 5 games, Sydney United. First time in the last 5 games that they haven't been the first team to score. In the last 5 first halves, they've won 4 of them. So the last 2 games, they've coughed up leads at half-time. They're up 2-0 against the Wollongong Wolves last week, and obviously midweek in the Cup, they're up 1-0. They want to make that 3 in a row, but looking at a Sydney Olympic side, looking to end the 3-game losing streak of their own. Ryan darts forward, gets past a handful of blue shirts. Advantage. Straight back to Vlastelica. Famous last names around these ends in the starting lineup. Vlastelica, Advantage, Kalach. Steve Arnold to round out the best of the last names here at the King Tom Club. All over the top, trying to pick out Antelmi. Noah James first to it, and got to give credit to Timothy there as well. Shielded off Antelmi's run. Flat-footed him for a little bit there. Hadden drop back and almost the third centre back now as both wing backs push up. The Jocks lost possession. Maya over the top. Patrick can tell me, can he get past Timotheu? Runs into him, and Timotheu's going to be booked for that. He looks shocked. I don't know what much more he could have done there, but didn't have eyes for the ball by the looks of it, and stood his ground. And Patrick can tell me running into George Timotheu. I've got to say, that's the whole competition. Only one player you wouldn't want to run into. It's George Timotheu. He is a very big boy, in a good way. Very strong centre back, but tell me still on the ground. Might have had the wind knocked out of him. See him get up because I said earlier he's hit one from that exact position here earlier in the year. Noah James acutely aware of that, getting his wall set nice and early. Not taking any second chances as the physio waits on standby. Looks to be alright, Patrick can tell me. Bit of a debate here, little ranking circle between Maya de Oliveira and Antomi. Stilitzer and McGinn have a conversation of their own at the back. So I assume this one's going to go towards the goal. Tarek Maya loops it over the wall. Not much trouble for Noah James there. It's away from the break here, and 1-0. Sydney United will feel pretty disappointed with that. Had chances of their own, but same sentiment. Olympic hit the post and forced some good saves and stoppages out of the Sydney United 58. Centre-half pairing, Liam McGinn and Adrian Blas. Stilitzer. Tell me, really, really nice chest down. Gets past Timotheu, but can't get past Mikkel Hadden. Done well as that almost roaming third centre-back when he needs to be in the Anthony Tomilich role for Sydney Olympic. Maybe not Khaliti. Barking out instructions. He's desperate to go into the break-up 1-0. Clean sheet. Last time they did that, 10 weeks ago. Slipped there from Will Much and bailed out again there by Mikkel Hadden, and Majok's offside, which will be the final
half-time scoreline here at the Sydney United Sports Centre. Sydney Olympic 1 leads Sydney United 0. Scores from other grounds. Western Sydney Wanderers 2 lead Rockdale 1.
get underway. Sydney Olympic with a 1-0 lead over the host Sydney United 58. It was Roy O'Donovan headed in an Adam Parkhouse corner 5 minutes before the break. Separates the two sides now, and only one yellow card to report in that first half, and it was George Timotheou taking down Patrick Antelmi in close range to the box, and went into the referee's book, the only one that Kurt Ams has had to issue an offence for today. United starting very, very brightly. The Elevator thought about a shot, goes for Meyer instead. They lay it off to Nakamura, but maintains possession anyway. Sun just about sets over Sydney United Sports Centre. The Elevator goes down and wins a free kick for his side. And temperature's going to drop about 5-6 degrees in the next hour, we can promise you that. This does get very, very cold when there is no sun, and see that. Start to see that from the players, you'd assume, especially the bench players warming up very, very vigorously. No changes to report. Both sides as advertised in the pre-game lineups. Latch under plenty of pressure from a jock. Forced it away to Ivancic, and headed to give it back to Nakamura. Nice 1-2 to Tarek Meyer, who's in a very advanced midfield role this game. Nakamura cuts in. It's a great challenge from Ziggy Gordon. Tomlic trying to capitalise on that, but Mickelhausen first to it, and Nakamura's still down. Be a bit of a worry for Joko Kalac. Screams kick it out, and Adam Parkhouse does so. Nakamura grasping at the knee, hope that's nothing too serious. Be updated on the other games going on, or the other game happening simultaneously. Western Sydney Wanderers, we almost went into the break up 2-0. Currently up 2-1 against the Rockdale Linden, first versus second on the NPL New South Wales men's ladder. Quick update from that point of view is Nakamura looks a bit ginger, but should be able to walk this one off. So the Wanderers in first place, with as things stand. Rockdale dropped down to second, 1 point clear of Apia in third, and Blacktown, who threw away a golden opportunity to get back within reaching distance of first place in fourth. Marconi level with them on 34 points in fifth, and Sydney United, the win today could move within 1 point of Marconi and Blacktown in fifth and fourth spot respectively. Currently on 30 points as the Elevator sends it back to Noah James Griffin's sportsmanship there as Shunta Nakamura rejoins play. Go down a little bit more St George City level with Sydney United after they beat them. Sorry, it was St George FC. St George's mixed up there. Donovan thought about it. Sent Kalac the wrong way and took a deflection on the way out. That's probably why Kalac went that way, and he was trying to pick out the back stick. Got a good option, but Kalac had him covered. Corner of the game for Sydney Olympic. Olympic currently 10th on the ladder. With this win would go 1 point above St George FC. More breathing distance to Sydney FC in 15th place in the relegation playoff. 11 points clear, and that'll do them for the season. Sydney Olympic, if they can get this win here. Long boy, Donovan's at the back stick again. Roy O'Donovan just wide. To have collected Liam McGinn on his way down and picks him up. Going down the ladder after Sydney Olympic, obviously St George FC, and then Spirit got a much needed win last night, as did Hills, both on 18 points, and then three-way battle for relegation at the moment between Sutherland Sharks, who beat Blacktown City 2-0 last night, and Sydney FC as well. And these sides have beat recently. Jock tries to play it through, and there was Mickelhausen running onto it. Ziggy Gordon backwards header was a dangerous one because Antelmi was onto it, and he's frustrated with himself. Possibly thought he could have got onto that one, Patrick Antelmi. Final of our fixtures here for round 18. Plenty more action to come in the next 7 days. Midweek action. These two sides will be back here on Wednesday. Sydney United will be 7:30 kickoff. Their match of the round against Northwest Sydney Spirit. 7 days after they removed them from the Australia Cup. They made two pretty memorable runs the last 2 seasons. And Sydney Olympic will go maybe about 2 minutes down the road to the Marconi Stadium as they face Marconi at the simultaneous kickoffs there on the Wednesday night. Plenty of action for you to dig into on that Wednesday night. Sit back and chuck on Football New South Wales YouTube live streams and enjoy as much as you want. Thank you for joining us here on that same page. The action now. Ziggy Gordon. Simmons at the run of the Jock, and that's a great ball through. It's probably offside. The linesman looked to wave his flag, but get play continuing for the time being. The Jock's first run was really good. No one's seen it. And by the time the ball got to him, he was a couple metres offside. So an unfortunate end there for Labanot Haliti's side. Silica trying to get something started of his own here. Antelmi got behind Gordon, but the experienced defender getting the better of Antelmi there. Simmons kept it in. Silica header back to Kalach. Temperature really dropping here in Denver Park, Sydney Southwest. The sun's disappeared on us, the final hour of sunlight we got here anyway. Over the top ball to Antelmi. Up comfortably by Noah James at the end there. Had Timothy for pace. Haliti's been rest on his laurels. He's back in the side that he's put out there. Full strengths. Obviously got some great utility options off the bench if he wants. Oliver Pufflet, Darcy Burgess, Ten Quoll, all great goal scorers. Jackson Bandiera as well. This Parsons the final one on the bench there. Football here from Sydney Olympic. One touch, no fuss. Assess your option, play it through. Keep going, Ziggy Gordon. Ball in, Majock could be through. And Adam Zervis poked it through away out of the touch of Majock, and he forced Kalach to work for it. That would have been some own goal if it did go in, but it'd take a lot to beat Oliver Kalach from that type of distance, being his own defender anyway. Kalach under pressure. See his legs rearing up there. Top ball, Majock was almost through to it. McGinn does really well to defuse the situation for the time being. Majock on his left foot. Good save by Kalach. And McGinn diffuses it out. Lakalandra keeps it in. Good result in the end there for Sydney United. Bullhaddon has it go from distance. What a strike and an even better save from Oliver Kalach. Showing what he can do in those type of situations. After conceding a somewhat disappointing goal in the first half, he's definitely made up for it there. Sam Mickelhaddon. What a strike. He had one earlier in the first half as well that deflected away for a corner. Podcast is 6 of the game. Just direct to goal, but Kalach saw that one coming. He cleans it up. Options out on the left, and Kalach reminding him of that. He's in pursuit of Maya, now he's in pursuit of De Oliveira. Over the top to Lakalandra, and he thought that ball was a bit poor, but you probably wonder why. It's because Majock caught him underneath as he was going through, and a yellow card issued to Abraham Majock. Second yellow of the game. Stalitza not looking to go aerial. Just a reset. Almost a start on an attacking phase for Sydney United. Tomlich, first time cross to Antelmi. Gordon does well to get rid of it. Alandra now. Goes away with Jack Simmons, and the Olympic midfielder gets the better of him. It's a fake whistle from the crowd there. Had me fooled for a second. Bacchus gets past one, can't get past McGinn. Olympic fans screaming at the referee, Kurt Ames, for a free kick. He's not budging. Like a pretty 50-50 challenge at that anyway. And it's the way of the defensive side there, Sydney United. It's over the top to Lakalandra. Zorosic headers it away for the time being, but Sydney United asking questions for the first time in this second half. Camping themselves deep in the territory of Sydney Olympic. Given up rather easily there, and Tomilic fouls Majok and Kurt Ems. Is that the fastest you've ever seen a referee give a yellow card? Stopping the counter-attack. It's a strategic foul that is going to be booked for it. Anthony Tomilic. Just a minute after Majok was booked, he wins back some grace of his coach, Labinot Haliti, in the yellow card department anyway. Oliveira, in combination, win the ball back there from Majok. Looks like De Oliveira's almost playing in an 8 role this game, and Myers the advanced 10, despite what the jerseys would say. See it here. De Oliveira wanted to take it quickly. Kin's going to gobble that up and play it out to Ivancic wide. Head to it first, and Kurt Ems. His goal kick. Let's get the hour mark here. Sydney United Sports Centre 1-0. Sydney Olympic. Things stand, Sydney Olympic would keep a good run of form over their long-time rivals running since last season, beating them twice, 2 clean sheets as well, 3-0 and 1-0 in those reverse fixtures from the 2023 season. So both sides pretty different in terms of strength and balance, but Olympic getting the better of United so far. It's an off-balance header, does well. A little bit too heavy, coughs it up for the time being. It's a 50-50 there between O'Donovan and Vlastelica. 2 captains going at it. Calls for a foul. Vlastelica doesn't want it. Zervis now, look at the pace he's got. It's taken down, but it looked like ball first. It's going to be another United corner. Myers going to take this one. Going up for this one. He's scored a few times from corners. An interesting tactic there, United captain. And this ball hits the penalty spot. McGinn's header almost fell to one of Nakamura or Lakalandra. Ivancic back in the middle, cleared away by Zorosic. It's back to Meyer. It's exactly what they were practicing pre-game. What a quick one back to De Oliveira. Spots the runner Lakalandra over the top. It's going to be too much. Goal kick for Sydney Olympic. Past 1 or 2, and it's a Wallermeyer and Tomilic. Doesn't usually work out well for the attackers. Finding Simons. Parkhouse taps a little heavy and does well to recover. Gladden. Seem to thrive this game. Just calming it down, not rushing anything. You play it around the back as both the wing backs push up. Mickelhadden drops into a back 3 of sorts. Simmons helps overload one of the 2 wings. Much over the top, trying to find Majok. Got to head to it, but it was nowhere near the target. Ivancic pushes it out for a throw-in. Possession back the way of Sydney United. Oliveira's fouled by O'Donovan. Kalash doing his best to fire up the troops. A lot better in the first in terms of attacking chances. Sydney Olympic defence getting the better of them so far. It's a clean sheet, 10 straight games. Not looking to make that 11. They're looking to end their three straight losing streak in all competitions. And 1 win in their last 5 in the Olympic. Never too late at this stage of the season to make a run at it and string a couple of wins together. You never know what's going to happen considering what else has happened this round. There's upsets all over the place. Maya, Antelmi, thought about it, played it off to Nakamura instead. Nakamura back across the middle, hits the back stick, and Zoricic had to clear it, otherwise Lakalandra had a pretty good look at it. 5th corner of the game for Sydney United. So staying behind again. Happy to send McGinn up. Good day aerially. Service short. Oliveira and Ivancic at the edge of the box. Let's go for the Sydney United number 10. It's the first time in between and never really threatened Noah James's goals. Both benches cleared out. Just about that hour mark of the game and expect to see a few changes either side. Some fresh legs out there, especially down the wings. They've been pretty heavily used by both sides. Not really a little through game. Plenty of pace either on the wing backs and the wings, especially for United. A lot of youth on either side. Through the legs of Ivancic. Parkhouse across the face. O'Donovan's there. Zervis again. First to it. I'm sure our effects might pick that one up. Caught me off guard a little bit. Flaminor Haliti. Really, really not happy with Michael Backus not being at the back stick there, and let Dan Zervis get into that one first. Simmons. It's the open wheel much. Python wrapping its around the Sydney United defence, forcing them into their own half. Haddon under a bit of pressure. The calm Gordon, like a security blanket in that Sydney Olympic defence. Ivancic gets a foot to it. Parkhouse trying to flick it back into the path. Much, and can't get to it. Ziggy Gordon's there again. Coming up blank from the header there, Tom Litch and O'Donovan. People retain possession. Backus. For the first time to Zoricic, and now a chance to break away for Sydney United. Adam Zervis. Meyer finds Antelmi's heavy touch. Great turn to get past Majok. Oliveira switches it to Ivancic. Now he's got space to go forward if he wants. Floodlights turn on here at the Sydney United Sports Centre. Zervis. Kalandra back to Zervis. Myers there. Myers made a great run. Back to Zervis. Could this be it for Sydney United? Antelmi's gone down. He tried to lay it off to Nakamura. Appeals for a penalty, waved away. If you could just get a little bit more on that, Patrick Antelmi. Nakamura had a perfect chance from the penalty spot. For his 5th goal of the season, shot to Nakamura, whilst Antelmi in desperate search to get to double figures. He's got 8 this season. Ivancic's throw. Antelmi tries to return it to sender, but Majok's there. They will retain possession though. Long ball over the top from Tomilic. Over the head of Zoricic. What can Lakalandra conjure up now? They go across to De Oliveira. So Donovan almost playing as a 6 to get back and win that. That's how crucial this 1-goal lead is. Haddon. Safely out wide to Zoricic. Back around the grounds of Western Sydney Wanderers. Still up 2-0 against Rockdale Linden. 67 minutes gone there. Sandy and Luau on the score sheet for the Wanderers and Lockie Constable with the only goal so far for Rockdale Linden. Parkhouse put through here by Simmons. Lastelitza first to it. Barking out instructions, getting his side ready for this throw. Simmons. Haddon, sorry. For the 1-2 with Parkhouse. Goes back to Michael Haddon. Haddon happy to play it around. Not rushing it. Oh, touch there, heavy touch. Said, and the Oliveira smacked across the shin for that. Zervis' header away, trying to get it out of the reach of Bacchus. Comes up with it, Sydney Olympic winger. And then they go from there early, and the Oliveira gets him up for the challenge earlier, and he wins his side a foul, and Sydney United much needed possession. It's over 20 minutes to go here. Service wants to go quickly. So does McGinn. Back to Tomalich, and Donovan was all over him, but you wouldn't have guessed it. You wouldn't have guessed that one of the most lethal scorers in this competition's history was coming up against him. Turns his body and plays it back to Vlastelica. He now finds it over to Ivancic. Shunto Nakamura. Gets past Simmons. Can go if he wants. Shunto Nakamura! What a save! Noah James! Nakamura didn't get much power on it, but it had the angle to get past him. And James, with the outstretched arm, keeps Sydney Olympics' 68-minute clean sheet intact for the time being. Substitution being made here. Laminod Haliti. Zach Sorosic going to make way for Jackson Bandiera. Fresh legs out there on the left. Kind of struggled in the final stages of that stint there to keep up with Alessandra Lacalandra. Jackson Bandiera as Sydney Olympics left back. Good shift regardless from Zach Sorosic. Had a really good first half. Nakamura. He ruined that chance at the end of the game. Maya. Ivancic. Driven cross. Gordon does well to get to it. And Olympic come up with the possession. Do they? Handball is the call from Kurt Ames. Isn't that a relief for Sydney Olympic? Now to Sydney United, we're looking to build some momentum and find their way back into this clash. Walk away with a point. Vlastelica, his clearance. Tomalich now is space to go forward. Just to go to De Oliveira. So this one to Lacalandra, and possession's coughed up. Bacchus almost had a counter-attack ignited there for Sydney United. Not to be. He's had a really good game. Out of his depths by any stretch of the imagination. Maya fakes the shot, gets it onto his preferred left. Tarek Maya. Not much of a problem for Noah James in the end. It's another chance that is by the wayside for Sydney United, and 10 minutes to go. You don't want to get to a stage where you're desperately throwing everyone forward. Had some great comebacks in the last couple of years at this ground in particular. Just a year ago, and they were down 3-0 to Rockdale Linden 6 minutes in and came back to draw that game 3-3. Sides from behind is They like to do. With a chip on their shoulder. All over the top to Patrick Antelmi. He's offside, and geez, that would have been something. His shot rifles off the bar anyway, but obviously not 100% effort there. Great run from Antelmi, and that's something that Gordon and Timothy are going to have to be aware of. Second substitution of the game now for Labinot Heliti. He's already caught his 2 stoppages and only made a single sub each time, so Oliver Pufflet going to replace Michael Backus on the left. But he's got 3 subs left. He does Labinot Heliti, and he wants to make full use of it. He's going to put all 3 out on the final sub. Pufflet on. Just 1 goal this season so far off the bench for Sydney Olympic. All over the top, and McGinn's had them sorted all day, him and Blastelitsa. Tomalic's long ball over the top to Lakalandra. That's the new man out there, Jackson Bandera. Being introduced to the pace that is Alessandro Lakalandra across the face of goal. And Telby just standing there, couldn't do much. Obviously frustrating. George Timotheou, seen that one coming. A bit of pressure now. They haven't tended to go for the high press because of situations like this, because you've got someone like Roy O'Donovan, Parkhouse and Majok up top. Don't want to force too many numbers forward, leaving yourself possibly exposed to a counter-attack. Antelmi versus Timotheou. First to this ball, it's Timotheou, but Antelmi wins it back. Ball teeters on the sideline and cleared away by Bandera. Stolitzer heads it away. Majok straight back to O'Donovan, and the referee says it's in the back of Anthony Tomalich. The referee just telling Majok to calm down. He's already on a yellow. I think the coach telling him that, if anything, but first substitution being made here for Sydney United. Marco Adam Basic coming on, and he'll replace Alessandro Lakalandra. Had a very good game. It was the best on field. The best on field in their last game, according to SofaScore, with a 7.2 rating. Carlos de Oliveira was the best of the starters, which earned a 6.7. Kalach, one of the many that he brought across from the Bulls FC Academy. After a disappointing one last season. Nice cross in, almost found Antelmi. It was Gordon getting the better of him. Both sets of centre-backs have done really, really well heading the ball away, and it's going to be another foul conceded by Majok. I think Joko Kalach reminding the 4th official that he is on a yellow, and Majok, letting the crowd know what he thinks about their responses for a red card. And Toby's header. The front stick, we're a bit distracted there by a bit of crowd interaction with Abraham Majok. We're not the best set of supporters to rile up the Sydney United supporters. I think Carlos de Oliveira, having a little laugh with him, might be reminding him just to roll them up in a bad way, because they can really get underneath you and single-handedly win games for Sydney United. When this place is packed, it's a massive advantage that they have. One of the most loyal fan bases in the league, Sydney United supporters. Down now, they're going to have to find their voice in the final 15 minutes or so of this clash. Minutes to go at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre. Wanderers leading Rockdale Linden 2-1. Troops back on deck for Stowe in the squad. Oliveira almost had a little bit too much time to worry about that one, and Parkhouse is it out of his reach, and De Oliveira does really, really well there. Got it away from apologies, the grip there of Adam Parkhouse. Looked to be out for a corner, goal kick anyway. Kalach takes it quickly. Still there from the youngster. Surrounded by 3 Sydney Olympic players. It's gives up possession there. Mikkel had it through to Majok. Can he put the game away here? Majok, and it's the feet of Oliver Kalach that keeps Sydney United in the game for now. Almost used the wrong side of his boot, Abraham Majok. Went for the toe poke, and if he just finessed it around the front stick, would have passed it into the net and put the game away for Sydney Olympic. It would have been their first win in 3. This time they won Fridays ago at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre, a 3-1 win over Sydney FC. Fight hard for that one, and they're fighting really hard for this one here today. Central to everything these last 10 minutes. Yellow cards, fouls, challenges, everything's running through Abraham Majok at the moment. So Oliveira with the diagonal. Trying to pick out Aaron Basic. Looks like he possibly headed it onto Bandiera, and the linesman agrees with that. As Labanot Haliti going to use his final stoppage of the game for a substitution. And it's going to be Darcy Burgess coming on. Probably going to be replacing Majok. He's been teetering the line of a second yellow card for a while now. And I think the safest option would be to just pull him off. A diagonal try there on the right side. They haven't left as much as they'd probably like the second half. Nakamura's had to come into the middle to get some of the ball. Minus one midfielder of the month for Nakamura. The Parkhouse. Just had that quick thinking there. He had a bit of space to go through the middle, not to be for Sam Mickelhadden. Ziggy Gordon's ball over the top. Just to pick out Parkhouse, but he's got to get past Ivancic first. 12 minutes to go. You think might have been able to hold it in the quarter for 12 minutes there. I don't think that's what he was trying to do. I think the end result is what he got there, but final substitution being used here, Sydney Olympic. No board for us to see who's coming off, so we'll be a bit of a judge, and if you can hear the crowd, I think you know who's coming off. It'll be Abraham Majok. The Sydney United supporters on the hill there, just letting him know that they're not too happy with him, but he's put in a really good performance, number 17 for Sydney Olympic. Darcy Burgess plays him in that hold up number 10 role. Straight back the way of Sydney United through to Adam Basic. Tommy tries to play it back through to him, and Burgess's first touch wins back possession for Sydney Olympic. He'll be happy with that, Darcy. Now occupying space out on the left, and Haddon and Simmons running through the middle. 1-2 with Parkhouse and Much. But Ivancic picks out the third and final pass, and Bastanica heads it back to Kalach. Firmly regathered possession for Sydney United. Couple of fakes from Kalach, and he tells him, get up, I'll kick it. Get it out of the danger zone completely. Timotheu's header, and that's a great result for Sydney United. Good possession here. Double substitution for Sydney United. Second one, it's going to be a straight left side replacement. Christian Gonzalez replacing Jordan Ivancic. It's going to be the number 29, Joshua Attard. He's replaced Tarek Meyer. Another good game as well, Tarek. Attard will fill in that number 10 role, and he's made an immediate impact there, or out on the left. Shunta Nakamura going to go through the middle. More natural number 10 role. Attard out on the left. And Christian Gonzalez. As Joker Kalach warms up his final two substitutes. Malik, apologies. Sham Sidi. And just one more sub that he can make there. Number 35. Second appearance for the club. seconds after making a sub, Kalic goes, oh, I'm going to make another one. Malik Shamsuddin to replace Adrian Vlastelica, who walks off the bit gingerly. He doesn't come off very often. As the captain's armband, deservedly so, goes to Anthony Tomilich. That should just be about all the substitutions we're going to be seeing in this game. Here's Attard with basically his first touch of the ball, tries to play it across to Aaron Basic, but it's a really good stop by Jackson Bandiera. The Oliveira has been pushed in the back by O'Donovan, and he will win a crucial foul for Sydney United here. Nakamura now playing in the 10 role. Joshua Attard almost as a secondary striker outside there on the left. Christian Gonzalez. Experienced campaigner. Shamsuddin. The number 35 shirt on, replacing Adrian Vlastelica. Now Adam Zervis. Bandiera, but works well to recover it there, and thought it was a corner, or thought they cleared it, but it's going to be a corner. 6th of the game for Sydney United. Not a final throw at it, but it could be one of the last chances of the game. Christian Gonzalez, his first impact off the bench. Shamsuddin was pretty keen to get up on that one, but Shelka Kalic telling him, you've got to be the last man back. Not today, youngster. It across the goal line. Gonzalez goes for the front stick and wins another corner. Shelka Kalic just keeps telling him what to do from the corner. Ball goes in almost at the back stick. There's McGinn, but to be for now. Nakamura's ball and Telmi's header. Timotheo got to it first, but he's offside. Sydney United's number 9. Sub available for Sydney United, Matthew Nikolovsky. It's warming up pretty vigorously, so you'd imagine if there's another chance he'll be brought on at the next available opportunity for Joka Kalic. 6 minutes remaining here. Final throws of the dice for either team. Dale have levelled things up with 6 minutes to go in their clash with the Western Sydney Wanderers. 2-2 there. Offside ruled, but this time in favour of Sydney United. And they'll get possession back in a much more desirable position than where that throw was going to be taken. Shamsuddin. Oliveira. If you revert back to the 10 roll next week. Did in the cup game midweek and had a really impressive season. Behind that famous 10 shirt here at Sydney United Sports Centre as a foul conceded the other way in Sydney Olympic. 3-second counts for them, and every foul like this ticks it more in favour of 3 points for them. 3 much needed points. Puts them into the 10th spot ahead of St George FC if things were to stand, whereas Sydney United would be 4 points behind 4th and 5th place, both on 34 points, that being Blacktown City and Marconi Stallions. Both sides suffered defeats. We have, if things stand, 5 of the top 6 all suffering defeats in the same round. No one able to capitalise on it, but it's going to be the Western Sydney Wanderers currently who will be able to. And Rockdale will be both drawing there. The Oliveira now. Ball back to Tomilich. Young teammate. Ball down the top is looking to shoot to Nakamura, but Noah James is first to it. Good game so far. And cheap for 86 minutes. He'll love to keep that up for 90. Nakamura into a bit of pressure, and his kick only goes as far as the Oliveira. House almost played through with the 1-2 there from Darcy Burgess. Scores for a foul, not given. Christian Gonzalez will take the throw. Service. short option with Aaron Basic. Pushed in the back a little bit, and the fans on the hill letting the referee know. No foul given, but a corner. Throw in, sorry. Possession here. Darcy Burgess first to it, but he's got a couple of Sydney United players to get past, and he won't get as far as Josh Attard. Plays it back to his centre back. Get out of jail free card there. I have to buy him a beer at the King Tom Club after that one. Saves his you know what. Timotheus header. Stop the run of it. Tell me for the time being. Nakamura wins back possession, but he's fouled Sam McElhatton. And again, just another chance goes begging for Sydney United. Referee gives a yellow card to Noah James for taking too long. Third yellow card of the game for Sydney Olympic. Let's head up as far as Zervis. Tomilic away in mid-air. Collision between De Oliveira and Simmons. It's a good first-time ball from Attard. And Telme's got the legs to get to it. He's got three options in the box. Telme cuts in, goes for it, it just gets underneath it. And it's going to be out for a goal kick. And with 90 seconds of regular time remaining, that very well could be the last chance for Sydney United 58. Noah James, who registered an 8.2 in Sydney Olympics the last game, that loss to St. George City. Sydney Gordon, 7.1, best of the outfield players there. Got to say, it's pretty much the same this game. Gordon's been just about best on field, as is this man here, Roy O'Donovan. It's past McGinn, and if there's anyone who's good at doing this, it's Roy O'Donovan holding the ball in the corner. He goes down, the referee doesn't call the foul. The pass is a little bit too heavy for Adam Zervis, and Olympic will get the ball back in dangerous territory. Danziera with the throw. Hufflet heads it backwards, and Kalitz does well to keep it in. The referee, Olympic were appealing that he sent it out for a corner, but they're going to say it went out before he even touched it, and it's a goal kick. Kalitz barking it to go forward. The ball to Nakamura is a sloppy one. Simmons picks it up. O'Donovan, if he turned, had Hufflet there, but just opting to play it safe, and you don't blame him. He's an experienced campaigner. He trusts what he's doing. Burgess goes down and wins the free kick as we just head into injury time now. Good run from McElhatton to Parkhouse, and going to try and hold it in the corner. Zervis got a foot to it, so it's going to be an Olympic throw. No one's interested in taking it. Got to be careful, they've already 3 yellow cards so far. Kurt Ems got his hand ready to go to dig into the pocket for a yellow card. Long throw from Much. United defence deal with it, and Aaron Basic, who was told to stand there on the right, it's paid off for Žoka Kalac. And Telme's got Attard on the left, goes to him. Josh Attard, it goes through the legs. Going to have to work really hard to fight back possession there. He got the ball, but he also picked up Will Much. And another free kick for Sydney Olympic. Labanot Haliti's furious at his side for not getting back, and understandably so, because that was a really good chance for Josh Attard. Roy O'Donovan's down. Seconds ticking away. Donovan wants the physio. Fortunately, hope it's nothing too serious there for Roy O'Donovan. Quick update on the game. Rockdale Linden with 4th minute of injury time. They've snuck home what seems to be a winner in the 81st minute. Prosciutto. Elliott getting the equaliser there in the 76th minute. So within 5 minutes, they've gone from losing to winning Rockdale Linden, and they'll take top spot of the NPL New South Wales men's competition going out of round 18. Kurt Ams might just be telling Rory O'Donovan, I'm not taking away anything from injury time. We're going to keep playing here. Donovan a bit ginger, but good to continue. It's going to have to come off though, so Olympic will temporarily be down to 10 men. Of injury time has gone by. Donovan will have to sit out until the ball back in play. Ball over the top, Gonzalez's header. It's going to go out for a corner, unfortunately. 7th of the game for Sydney Olympic, and just feel like this is heading towards a win for the visitors. Gas has got Mickelhadden there, and can't imagine this one's going into the centre. You know where that's going. Mickelhadden's on the ground. Gonzalez try to fight with him. Goes to ground again, and it's a goal kick for Sydney United. This is really the last throw at it. Long ball out wide to Adam Zervis. Pufflet's there first. Might have taken a touch off Zervis, but it's going to be a United throw anyway. Tomilich using whatever he's got left in the energy tank to bring this one forward now with McGinn. Launches it into the path of Antelmi. Wrong-footed in, but it's straight back to McGinn. Tomilich, puppet master in the middle of the park. Long ball out. Gonzalez thought that it was going to be taken there by Will Much and didn't anticipate it to go over the top. Stopped his run a bit prematurely there. Long throw from Much. He's there to clean it up and have to play it back to Kalach. Last throw of the dice. Kalach with a long ball, try to pick out Aaron Basic. Noah James gets onto it. And that could be it. The Olympic seconds away from securing the 3 points here. Very stressed. Labanot Haliti watches on. Almost can't watch the final seconds. Long ball headed away by McGinn. Almost into the path of Nakamura, but it's cleared the other way by Sam Mickelhadden. Straight back to him again, and diving effort there from Aaron Basic. He was just trying to get the ball, lost his balance, and took Mickelhadden with him. And it's another yellow card issued. 4th of the game. This one's going to go to Jack Simmons. And that's the 5th of the game. They'll play in All Age Division 2. That's a 3-point deduction there. Ball over the top. Pufflet and Burgess are onto it, but it's offside, and kicking the ball away could be another yellow card offence. Can't afford much more of those in the Olympic. Might get the 3 points, but it might come at a cost later down the track this season. Long ball over the head of Gonzalez, and just can't seem to muster anything going forward. Two balls on the field. Wants the game to continue, but wants it to continue fairly. throw. Chest Burgess, and they've lost possession here. Now a chance with Nakamura. Waits the arrival of Zervis. Tomilic, long ball to Attard. First time look to lay it off to Aaron Basic, and from behind as Carlos de Oliveira, sorry, Josh Attard, finds himself in the book for that. Been pretty busy in these last couple of moments, Kurt Ames. Just one yellow card in the first half. He's had the issue 6 here in the second, and a lot of those coming in the last 5 minutes. So if this continues, it's going to mean Sydney United won't have a chance to end their near 3-year run of home wins against Sydney Olympic. Last time they beat them at home was at 2021, and they might have to go into 2025, and they're going to have to. Sydney Olympic.
Full time here at Sydney United Sports Centre. Sydney Olympic 1 has defeated Sydney United 0.
Win.
Scores from other grounds at the moment. Rockdale 3, lead Wanderers 2.
A deflating loss for the
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, there is a home match for Sydney United right here at the Sydney United Sports Centre on Wednesday, the 12th of June. That's this Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. against Spirits. We hope to see you here on Wednesday night.
1-0
Thank
it
you.
was Roy O'Donovan's strike just before halftime that separates the sides. A few yellow cards to go through. Noah James, the